Hello friends, colleagues, and associates. I'm Vincenti from Vincenti IL, and today we are playing some more of the Minecraft Tree Spirit Challenge. We are starting off at the entrance of our little branch mine that descends into the depths here, because I did do a little bit more grinding off screen. As usual, I collected a whole bunch of our birch logs that we use as our path logs. So we are working on trying to get an entire 4 double chests full, and then I think we would be all set for a while. But another thing that's a little bit more exciting that I did since the last episode was I've started doing some caving. At the top of this branch mine, I ended up coming across a little cave. I was able to get more iron that way, and I think we're going to start with a quick mining session down here to see what we can get. But as you can see, these roots really go down pretty far, and it pays off to have quite a few excess of these birch logs. If I continue down this direction, hopefully we can find some more iron. I cleared out most of the resources that I came across along this direction, but around here is where I started to run out. I think there were like quite a few mobs over here, so I wanted to take it a little bit more carefully, but I do see some, I think that's more iron, definitely some gold over here. This could be very useful. Let's go ahead and start off by bridging out. Now, I don't expect to be doing this all that often once I get going with some of these other projects that I have in mind. The big project for today is to get started with a villager breeder, which will become very useful. And once we have that established, it'll be a good jumping off point for building some other villager-based farms, namely an iron farm. And that'll be pretty handy, and I think we'll discontinue the need to really come down into the caves to mine anymore, which I think will be just fine, as coming down to mine is a very laborious task, even more so than usual because of the fact that we have to bring these blocks with us. Normally, if I were doing a full-on mining session, I would bring an entire, almost full inventory of these birch logs, but I just wanted to show off a little bit of what I've done down here already, and then we'll go ahead and get underway with building that villager breeder that is going to help us out a lot. Okay, I think this is the end of the line here. And like I said, I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time exploring caves because it's actually not all that interesting to watch, but it is fun to be able to get a sense of how many resources and things like that you're able to acquire in a single session. Let's head on back to the top. We'll get a little bit of this iron and gold smelting, and then we'll start planning out our villager breeder. One thing I will say is that it's pretty easy to find your way back through the cave system back to where you started with the Tree Spirit Challenge, because it gives you a pretty clear path to follow as you go through. So we found our way back to the main stairwell, and we'll head back to the top, sort everything we've collected, and yeah, head on back. So right now we're just putting away some of these extra, not very useful items. We'll go ahead and throw the ores into the smelter over here that I've built also, by the way. Yeah, I actually don't know if this was in the previous episode, but I have managed to grab a couple of chickens, and we have a chicken egg farm type deal over here. And in addition to that, we've kind of expanded a little furnace system over here where we can toss in whatever we want at the top and just let it run. Now, the first thing to do for the villager breeder is to grab all the items that we need, because we are going to have to build it pretty far ways away from where the village actually is, and at least that's what the plan is, and I don't want to have to be running back and forth if I forget one little thing. So let me go ahead and sort through all of my inventory and make sure we have all of the resources gathered that we need. Now, this should be more than enough potatoes at this point. I think we really don't need more than just one stack, so we're going to stop by the village, drop off some of these with the farmer over there, get some emeralds for them, and then we can finally get started with building out our village breeder. Alright, we're going to drop off the leftover potatoes, and I actually almost traded away all of them, but we're going to keep this much for priming the villager breeder, and I think we should be good to go. We've got all of these for building the path and as general building blocks. We have some extra planks. We're going to need some stairs. Torches are going to be part of it because we do need to light up the build. And then I think there are some fences involved, some glass so that we can see through, sticks and cobblestone to build however many hoes we're going to need to actually till the soil, and then some dirt for the actual soil, hoppers and chests just to collect the extra potatoes that are going in there. I think we'll end up needing some trapdoors too. If I forget anything, hopefully the extra planks and other supplies will cover it. but I think we are ready to get started. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna start over here at this gathering site. It might be a good place to start, because the way that we're going to transport the villagers over there once it's built is by using a boat. And so thinking ahead to that part, I don't want to build at a lower elevation and have to move the boat up, if that makes any sense. It's kind of annoying to do that. You have to use pistons, and it's a little bit of extra work. So I think what we're going to do is knock out a little bit of a space right here. And then we're going to use exactly 2 stacks of birch logs to build directly out in that direction. And that should be far enough away from here that there shouldn't be any problems. But as you can see, this could be a little bit laborious just for the setup even. Okay, I think we're going to stop right here. This is about 80 blocks away from the main village, and hopefully this will be far away enough. Maybe, you know what, maybe I'll just go out another 20 blocks or so, and just to cover our butts, and I think we'll be okay. Right, yeah, I think we're definitely far enough away at this point. So we do want this to be elevated as well, because then the baby villagers that come out will drop down a little bit. So we don't want to have this on the ground level. So what I'll do is make a clearing and then do the footprint in the air at this level. But the first thing to do is to jump on down to ground level and get started with clearing out this area. So I think we've cleared out a large enough area over here that we can go ahead and lay the elevated footprint of the village farm, and we should be good. I'll probably build out a little bit more of a platform underneath as well. And by the way, the tutorial I'm following is the one by Impulse SV. It's pretty easy to follow. I'll link it in the description, but we'll go ahead and get started with building this out. So we now have our footprint laid out, and it's basically if you ignore the dirt was just kind of a placeholder so that I can place these other logs a little bit more efficiently. But this is let's see, a 19 and 19. So I've reclaimed all of my dirt from the edges here, and we're going to use that to fill in as much as we can. And I'm a little bit curious to see if I'll be able to reach everything when it comes time to till all of it. But we're going to go ahead and fill every single block of these with dirt, and that's going to include these edges here. So it's going to be including the bounding there, and we're just going to place as much of this dirt as we possibly can. Way more dirt than I brought, so I had to go back and grab a bunch from my base over there, so that was a little bit annoying, but I now have 3 additional stacks of dirt. I'm hoping this is going to be enough, but I'm actually not quite sure. I guess we'll find out in a little bit. But we're going to fill in all of this dirt except for this centerpiece here. The center is going to have a slab, and I guess I can put the slab down now, and then we're going to waterlog that in a little bit. Alright, we're going to go ahead and waterlog that piece right there, and then now we can finish out the rest of this dirt, and I think we'll be okay. Although I am wondering if I'm going to be able to hoe all of this. We'll see. Okay, so we're done with the dirt placement, and we did have enough that time, so it looks like it took just under 4 stacks of dirt. The next step is to, I guess we'll do the lighting now. Impulse says to put some lighting here. We don't have any blocks, we don't have any jack-o'-lanterns or anything like that, so we're just going to stick with this for now and do it here. So 1 light block goes on the very edge of the 3-piece at the end, and then you skip one, do another. That's like how we did over there, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Alright, we've got all of our torches on the outside placed. Sun's getting real low, so let's go ahead and take a little nappy nap. But we are going to put some stairs there, and we'll do that around the other spots as well. Let's see, I'll talk a little bit more specifically where they need to go, but for now let's go ahead and grab some sleep. Sun's getting real low. Okay, now let's go ahead to the top, and the stairs are going to go just like that, and basically in between the 2 light sources. Oh wait, I think it needs to be such that it's like tucked in. Can't quite get it. There we go, perfect. So now that we've got that up as it is, we can place our trapdoor like so, and then we can waterlog it. So let's see, I'm gonna run down and grab make an infinite water source somewhere nearby. All right, we've got ourselves an infinite water source that's pretty accessible from here. we'll take this down a little bit later, but now we can go ahead and place our water in there, and that will help hydrate the rest of it that's out of reach from that center source. Now let's go ahead and do the same thing with the stair and trapdoor. We're going to do that twice on each side, so it's going to be in between the two light sources. That was quite an effort. As you can see, it's a little bit messy now thanks to all of these path logs that I've had to place, but we now have 4 light sources on each side as well as 2 water sources on each side. I think all that's left now is to try and break everything down and then get the land hoed. So the next part's going to be pretty tricky. We need to till all of the soil here, all the dirt, while also eventually getting rid of these path logs there. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. Let's go ahead and get rid of this water source, and then we can take it down. Okay, I guess we'll just get started and just try and do as much as we can. Oh wait, does that get rid of... Uh-oh. Oh no, you can't put torches on... Oh, you can't put torches on tilled farmland. Dang it. I'll just have to place them on the inside. Yeah, it's eventually going to have walls. And then, so what I'll do is I'll put torches on the inside. I think, yeah, that should work just fine. I think if I start on one side and work my way backwards all the way around, I should be able to take down all of the birch logs if I go in reverse order. So let me try that out. So my thought is if I start over here, till as much of the soil, of the dirt as I can from one spot. Okay, now let's till all of that. So I just ran out of my first stone hoe. It seems like that 2 stone hoes are enough to take care of tilling all of the soil here. Okay, success. Everything is tilled. You know what? We don't have to plant all the potatoes. We'll just plant as much as we have. We don't have to fill every land because the farmer, when he comes along, will take care of the rest of it. We lucked out on that part because I was not looking forward to having to build some more platforming, or scaffolding. So if we just continue this as much as we can until we run out of what we have in our inventory, 2, 1, perfect. I do need to get back to the center over there. Let's pillar up just a little bit. I have to be very careful not to fall off because that would be disastrous. But we are just going to place our composter in the middle for the farmer so that the villager will take up the farmer profession. And in the video, Impulse puts a sea lantern. I think what we're gonna do is just place a birch log. That should be fine. And then we can surround that on all 4 sides with torches. We did lose a couple of logs there, but I think that's fine. Sun's getting real low again, as usual. This has taken, what, 4 Minecraft days so far? I don't know, I lost track, but I think the next step is going to be building up the walls. So we'll use a mix of glass and the birch logs, and we should be good to go there. After that, it'll be the long, laborious task of using boats to bring over some villagers and populating the area. Oh, we're also going to have to build the villager collection area. Okay, one thing at a time. So let's do the walls, I think. Let's go ahead and just outline this area. Then we'll do our 2-block high wall surrounding it, and then we can figure out a way to get the light on there. So what I've done here is I've outlined everything with the birch logs, that way I can walk around on the top. Although now I do want to place glass. So let's start from this side and we'll work our way around, and we'll have to remember to place glass blocks or light right there. Okay, we have the enclosure done at this point. Let's see, we won't put a roof on it yet. We'll wait until we get our villager in there, and then we'll put the actual villager breeding cell on this side. So, oh, that means I need to take this down. Whoops. And I need to remove these. And I think these have to go as well, but let's see. So the villager breeding cell is going to be out on this outer edge over here. Village is over there just to keep us oriented as to what direction we're looking in and where we are. Our main base is way down that way. But with our villager breeding cell here, we're going to need some more trapdoors, so I'm going to have to go over there and grab some. But what we're going to do is use a little bit of glass. Luckily I had a random piece of potato that managed to get unplanted, but I'm going to use that little hitbox there to place the glass just like so. And I need to do the same thing here, but I'll use the torch for that. Perfect. And then I'm going to need a temporary block here as well. Let's do like that. And we need four trapdoors, 2 more sets of trapdoors. There you go. So let's see, that was a temporary block. We can knock that piece out. Oh no, this whole thing was supposed to go down one. Oh, poop. Okay, yeah, let me take these down. Okay, trying this again. Looks like we need beds. Forgot about that. Yeah, I don't have anything remotely related to that, so... Alright, I guess we're gonna trek back home. I didn't check the recipe very thoroughly, or the required materials. I have 1 bed, but that's for me. Alright, back to the base. Okay, we made it all that way just for a few pieces of wool. But that's okay. We are officially ready with everything we need. Now let's make our 4 beds and then figure out a way to place it. It needs to be 1 block below this, so let's see if we can figure out a way to do that. Now we have our 4 beds, and the pillows need to go in the corners there, it looks like. Okay, we've got all of that, and it looks like we need 1 fence post right in the middle there. And that's what's going to keep the adult villagers up top and let the baby villagers fall through. But we are all set with that, so let's take these birch logs. Pretty much our villager breeder is complete at this point. We just need like a real collection system, I guess, which needs to be 2 below. So this is where they will land. Let's do a hopper into here and chests coming out of here. All of the excess potatoes will be collected into there. And then we will surround that with more glass. So let's grab that back. Okay, and then I think we need to put some glass blocks up here. Oh, there's some slabs on top of those glass blocks, and we should be good. Okay, I think we are good to go. We will figure out a transportation method later, I guess. At the very least, let's get a farmer inside the main area there, because we're going to bring the boat this direction, and then if we stop here and then make it so that the villager can get in this way. So let's break this block here. Villager can get in. Let's just try this out and see. So we're hiking all the way back to the village. Hopefully we can grab maybe one of those lower level farmers or someone with whom we haven't done a lot of trading. Oh, nope, that's a master level farmer. Let's grab this guy. He's a novice. Okay, cool. And we made it in here without grabbing anybody else. Off we go. We're gonna have to do this 2 more times, but we're off to a good start. Now the trick is to see if we can get him far enough away that he forgets he's a farmer. You can still see he's got his hat on. And what I think we're gonna do is try and make it so that there's no way that he can pathfind anywhere except to the composter. It's a little bit tough because I should have built all that dirt down 1 level such that we could row straight into there. So here's what I'm thinking. I will stop here. Let's see, we will make it so that there's nowhere else for him to go. He ends up just having to walk into there. That should be a pretty decent plan. Now let's see if we can get him out of the boat. Show the hitboxes. Okay, go. No, not this way. Oh, he just goes for it. No, he's going back. I don't know if he remembers having one of those composters over there or not. I don't think so, because he would probably be heading back over there by now. I'm trying to see if nighttime falls, will he just go to this bed that's here? Or maybe when he starts working, will he pathfind over to this composter? Okay, where did the farmer go? Nowhere in there. Hello? He went back to the village, didn't he? Okay. I lost him. I can't find him anywhere. Okay, I managed to trap this guy over here. So he is unemployed. Let's see if we can turn this boat around. Try this again, shall we? Okay, so far he's still unemployed. I don't know if he's going to be able to claim anything while he's in the boat here. Oh, he's a farmer. Perfect. He must have taken that composter. Excellent. So what's left? Now we're gonna build a bit of a wall here so that he has nowhere to go. Okay, perfect. Now he shouldn't be able to go anywhere except into the main area. Perfect. Now can you please go in there? Go, 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 go. Haha, let's put the glass there. Excellent. This is your life now. Better get to work. Those potatoes need a planting. Excellent. Okay, so that part's done. Now what I need to do is extend this path so that it goes all the way around to the other side where those beds are. Okay, let's path around this way. Oh, sun's getting real low. Whoa, where did this villager come from? Scared the poop out of me. I'm gonna go ahead and put you in a boat, buddy. There we go. So I think what we need to do is bring 2 more villagers over here, have them come lie down in these beds when it's nighttime, and then take out all of the nearby blocks like these ones where they could jump out of bed. So this must be the villager. Wait, where's your head on backwards? Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, I think this is the villager that we lost earlier, found his way back. And let's bring him over to where the beds are. I think I'm going to do something similar where I'm basically going to trap him on a platform right next to the beds. Okay, so this will be our platform. This will be our wall. Okay, so you're in there now. I'm wondering if I should bring over the other villager in a different boat. Yeah, may as well. Leave him in there. So I can't find anyone else who I haven't already traded with. I've been throwing around potatoes over here to try and get these guys to breed, and I have... oh, they've been trying. I put down an extra bed. Maybe we need even more. Did you guys make a baby? No? Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to make some more beds. Oh boy. So we're just gonna lay these out just like so. Let me go check on those other villagers. I guess I can work on the roof in the meantime, because we do need to put a roof on top of that to watch out for thunderstorms and such, so that, because we don't want lightning to hit the villager in there. Otherwise, we will be in for a witch. So yeah, I think if I just go around the entire thing like this, we should be good. And with this last piece, we are all done with the roof. Huzzah! We still have our villager here waiting to use the bed. And at this point, I think we can go and check on the village and see if they've made any new villagers for us. Yes, there is a baby right there. Yes, perfect. Okay, I have a little tiny villager who's gonna grow up and make lots of other villagers. All right, welcome to your new home, little villager. Okay, excellent. We now have 2 villagers pretty much ready to take these beds here. We have a villager in the farm. What we're gonna do is wait until nighttime. We'll release them from the boats, see if they jump into these beds here. And then if they do, we can take down all of that platform, take all of this away, and then we should be good. Of course, even at that point, we won't know for sure that this is working until this baby has grown up and this farm is pretty much full. So yeah, we'll wait for him to be an adult, then we'll release both of them the next time it's time for everyone to sleep. You know, one thing that I'm not sure about is if the baby villager is inside a boat, does that prevent him from growing up? That is a question that I don't know the answer to. So I will, let's see, let's break some blocks here. I'm gonna hop down there. I'm gonna try and let them out of the boat, but I'm gonna completely seal this area off. Okay, there we go. I feel better about that. I know that this villager will grab a bed and that'll be fine. And then this baby should be stuck in here, so we should be all set. All right, let's do it. Okay, he's out, and so is he. Perfect. All right, so now it's just a waiting game, waiting for this little guy to grow up. Oh, perfect. He's all grown up. Okay, let's see. What's left is I need to make that area accessible to both of them. Yeah, we'll wait until nightfall, then we'll knock these down, and then we should be good to go. All right, sun is setting. This villager looks like he's trying to get to the bed, so I'm gonna let these guys through. Perfect. All right, they're both vying for the same. Oh, there you go. Perfect, perfect. He's in there. He's in there. Tear all of this down so that there's no block for them to jump onto once they wake up. Okay, we are sleeping. We are setting the time today, and we are seeing if it worked. Are they in the trapdoors? Yes. Yes, they are stuck in there. Perfect, perfect. It's all finally come together. So at some point throughout the day, we should see the farmer throwing extra potatoes to these guys, and that's how we know that the farm is working. When that starts to happen, we'll see the baby villagers collecting in there. I think while we're waiting to see if this is working or not, what I'd like to do is build some supports. Yeah, so that it doesn't look like this whole structure is just kind of floating in the middle of the air. All right, we've added our supports on each side, so I think it's looking pretty good. Yeah, doesn't look too shabby, especially given that I have to use a lot of these birch logs. I think what I'd like to do now is build out a direct path from the village that follows in the ground level, and then I can take down this top part right here. All right, we are just taking down the last pieces of our tree bridge, and then we can head on over on our newly established, like, normal route, I guess, ground level route. All right, let's check on our villager breeder. You know what? I just realized I should probably put a roof over top of these guys as well. Well, they definitely seem to be throwing those potatoes back and forth to each other, so at any point now, they should be getting friendly to each other. Make a baby. Okay, maybe while I'm waiting on that, I'll find a way to try and open that area up just a tiny bit so that the villagers don't suffocate or anything from entity cramming. So I'll probably just place a water source, and then we'll have the whole thing come out this direction. No babies yet, but we do have our little chamber here, and I think this will be good for making sure everyone that is breeded up will not get injured or anything, and then I'll find a way to collect them from here later on. For now, let's go ahead and put our water source there. So the baby villagers should come out this direction and get pushed into there. Perfect. So yeah, all that's left is, oh, there it is! There is a baby villager, hooray! Our thing is working. Cool beans. We probably won't get any extra potatoes from here. Now that I think about it, putting down that water source might flush all of them this direction, so I may have to put the collection system for those extra potatoes on this side. I think that might be a good idea, to put a hopper at the end of that water stream. I'm wondering if he needs to be transported even farther away. You know what? That may be the case. I'm not sure. Let me just do one more water stream away. So what I'll do is I'll make this water stream end one sooner, and then it'll continue down. So what that means is I need to make this come out even further. All right, we have ourselves a working villager breeder. We had a couple of hiccups earlier, but at this point we now have a little bit of a collection system right here. I might take this corner out because this may end up being the method of taking out some of the breeders or villagers when I do need them. So I'll just take these corners out. Really, it'll be this corner that's going to be the most relevant. But I do have my hopper set up right there. And then in addition to that, it feeds into this collection system here, which I don't think necessarily, yeah, so far it's just collected some of the supplies of some of the resources that I have dropped in there. So let me make a little bit of a path so that I can get to and from this part. All right, and we're good to go. So hopefully we'll start collecting some potatoes in there soon. I don't know if that'll actually work or not, but in any case, we do have villagers coming through. We'll probably go with an iron farm next after, I mean, 3 is enough to get started with making an iron farm, so that'll probably be our next big project. And then after that, we'll make a pretty sweet villager trading hall. Oh, we have an adult villager now, perfect. But what I think we're gonna end up doing is, with the trading hall, we should be able to get fully kitted out with diamond armor, diamond tools and weapons, so we should be off to a pretty good start here, and I think this will work out pretty well. And I think the only other thing I'll end up doing is adding a roof over top of here, which is probably a good idea. Oh, there's a wandering trader, so let me real quick put this roof on, see what the trader has to offer. Yeah, okay, don't fall in here, please. What do you got for me? Red sand, Nothing good, as usual. I could really use a cactus because I would be very interested in making some zero-tick farms later. But yeah, for now, no thanks. I do want to see if I can grab these leads from these llamas real quick. Looks like one of them actually managed to separate itself. I was able to grab the other one, so here we go. A couple of extra leads. Don't mind if I do. So I think that's maybe the one useful thing that the wandering trader is useful for. But now we have our roof up in here. Actually, I do want to make the roof a little bit higher because I want to be able to look in and kind of get an idea for how many villagers there are at any given time. So there we go. We've got ourselves a little roof here. Our villagers are hanging out here. We've got 2 baby villagers and an adult villager already. Things are shaping out to be pretty good here. So with that, I think that is a great place to end today's video. And with the villagers breeding in the background, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider hitting that like button. If you want to see more, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. But in any case, I hope you have a great day. Bye!